Yeah, so Marc Guehi, Crystal Palace, was he CB?
Centre back, captain, yeah.
He obviously he's been in the news. He's been in a little bit of trouble, shall we say?
Okay.
With the whole rainbow-coloured armband. So I want you to tell me what's been going on because I've been unplugged.
So basically, they're doing the rainbow armband to raise awareness for the LGBTQ community, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't actually know, I'd assume so. Kind of like rainbow laces. And on his one, it's just a regular standing armband, but above it in like felt pen, like marker pen, he's written like I love Jesus or Jesus hearts you.
Yeah.
And obviously the connotation is that Christianity is against homosexuality, right? And he looks like he's attempting to do like a mini protest on the armband. That could be the implication, right? That could be the sort of suggested direction of what he's doing. That's why the FA are investigating it.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like that's a whole lot of news for no reason then, really.
100%, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
At the same time, he knows what he's doing.
Do you think?
Yeah. You're not stupid. You know what you're doing. It could just be an innocent thing of he just wants to put Jesus loves you, or he just wants to put his Christian beliefs on the armband, but he doesn't write that on his standard armband.
No, I need to know specifically what he said.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. The armband says Jesus hearts you, or I heart Jesus.
So it's interesting. Yeah, you said he's being investigated.
Mark,
so
get time. See if you can find a picture and just stick it on top.
Yeah, cool. It's interesting he's being investigated because I don't know what the actual rules of the Premier League are. Whether it's anything you write on it, is it any messages? Because as far as I know,
similar to the undershirts, isn't it, when they write on it? So
he put on that I love Jesus.
Not once, by the way.
Twice, 2 games in.
2 games in a row.
Yeah.
So he got brought up on it after the first one and continued for the second game.
And how many times how long has this rainbow band been in the Premier League for? Like, how many times
That's something we need to look at. I don't know if it's a campaign only for the week or for the month, because I believe they only run these things at particular parts of the year.
Yeah, but they've done it for a couple of years though, is the point. It's not the first time they've done it. It used to be rainbow laces, didn't it? They used to give them rainbow shoelaces to wear on their boots.
My thing is, if you're a club, Crystal Palace, and your captain is going out there, so is this something he did with their knowledge, with their acknowledgement? Is it something he's done personally? Like, at what point has he decided, I'm going to do this? Is it with the support of his teammates? Is it support of his associates? Or has he just gone rogue?
Brother, that's the investigation.
Yeah, that's why I think it's a whole lot of noise at the moment for perhaps not much reason, because we're only, and I get it's the news, right? But we're only part way through the story.
Yeah. Something
has happened, something that is perhaps against the expectation. Just against the expectation. Nothing says you can't, well, presumably nothing says you can't write on the armband. If it said I love gay people, or something along the lines, or I love LGBTQ, I don't think they would say anything if he just wrote that.
It's because he's written the Christian message on the rainbow armband, and it could spark a bit of offense, I guess.
He may be doing that, or he may have done that for any number of reasons. So what would be useful is if they investigated it and then said, this has happened and this is the explanation. At the moment, we don't actually know what the explanation is.
You're right. Also, it's only news, right? Hear me out. There is a delay on live television.
Yeah.
There is an actual delay on live television. What we see live isn't to the second live, right? Someone's filmed that real close up and it's been broadcast. See what I mean? Me and you playing football on the pitch, I ain't got time to look at what you written on the armband. No one sat on the sidelines can see it. No one sat in the crowd can see it. The only person that will ever see that realistically to know what it says is Mark when he goes.
Right, okay. So you're saying it's been blown up because they actually put a highlight on it?
They put a spotlight on it.
Okay.
But did they know, the cameraman would have just been zooming into everyone's armband though, right? He must have seen it or something, or someone must have known.
He's the captain. He's going to be front and centre. If it's a broadcast televised game, at some point he's going to be up close. Like, I guess once someone realised it, they zoomed in on it, possibly. Maybe.
Kind of like when Rooney got in trouble for swearing on Sky.
Why didn't?
He was like cussing someone out on Sky. Left, right and centre. F words and F bombs, everything. He's dropping them.
As a pundit? Or
No, I was a player.
Okay.
And then he got reprimanded by the FA for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, someone's filmed that, and then Sky have chosen to broadcast that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, he's just lost a football game. Do you know what I mean? But at the time, Man United were killing everybody. Like, they didn't lose football games back then. You know what I mean?
True. Well,
they care about the eyes, though, right? They don't necessarily care about. I mean, here's a cameraman. His
job is to capture things.
Yeah.
Well, if he goes, oh, that's happening, let me turn my camera away, someone's going to go, why have you done that? Now he gets scrutinised and questioned.
Yeah.
Why have you tried to not film this thing? Why have you not tried to highlight his message on the armband? So, as a video recorder, your job is just to catch what's happening.
That's so we've grown up in a time, the three of us, right, where
Because we've grown up, when we were younger, it was very cool to bash the LGBTQ community. It was. Everyone did it.
Like,
That's
cool,
gay,
was
that's
that
gay,
phrase
you're gay, that's gay.
Yeah.
So
What do you mean cool though? Go on.
it was just trendy. It was a thing that everyone did. Everyone did bashing when we were younger, right? As well as this is a completely different topic. It never used to be cool to be African. When we were in school, it is now. But when we were in school, it wasn't. It wasn't a cool thing to be African. So that's what I'm trying to say.
I kind of disagree with it. I don't think people grew up thinking it was cool to bash LGBT. I think the words were used, not knowing the true intent a lot of the time. I don't know.
Fair point.
That's my opinion on that. I wouldn't agree with what you said, basically.
Fair point. So we grew up in a time where people would use.
Well, we were not accepting, right? We were not. If it was almost like it wasn't acceptable or accepted, it was something to take the piss out of.
Yeah.
So you're saying there was, if you observed homosexuality or LGBT pride stuff, it was being taken the mick out of.
When we were young, even if it was just two straight people, bro.
Yeah.
And that was what we used to see most of the time. We weren't seeing gay people when we were kids, or people that we knew to be gay. I don't think.
Not until we reach high school.
Not other kids.
Yeah.
I don't really see anything like that.
But my point is, we obviously, as adults, we all accept that the LGBTQ community. Like, none of us ever see someone be like, "Oh, you're gay." Nah, I'm not messing with you. We're not doing that. So we've gone from it not being socially acceptable to it being socially acceptable. Whereas people above us, like the old generation, kind of like, nah, it's wrong. And people below us have never known a time where it's like, oh,
Okay.
man, woman walking the street holding hands.
I never thought about that before.
Okay.
I always thought it was because we were immature children and we became mature adults. But do you think it's actually generational?
I think generational.
Generational.
I believe it's generational, yeah.
I can hear that.
Our parents and grandparents never LGBTQ. They don't even know what it means. They don't even know what those letters mean. They just know. They just look at it and be like, "Oh yeah, that's the gays," but they don't know. They don't know what the letters stand for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Whereas we transitioned through a time period where the movement became to a point where everyone's recognised it. So the generations younger than us, are just aware of it all the time.
Yeah.
And we have to grow and learn about it as it all sort of develops. Do you know what I mean?
How do you think that's affecting what's happening now then?
So sorry, to get back on track, my point. It's weird because where he's written on the armband, are people is he trying to say, is he trying to make a protest? That's my point. Is he trying to protest LGBTQ, or is it just an innocent message about him loving Jesus? And again, if that's the case, can they find proof of him writing it on the regular armband, on his regular kit? Like, does he feel that strongly about his Christian beliefs that he's always advocated it, or is he choosing to advocate it right now because of the rainbow armband?
I think it's a protest of something, but until he makes some sort of statement, that's what's confused everyone. We're like, why have you done this? Explain it.
Interesting.
And until he verbalizes that, explains where he's coming from, it throws everyone into, well, what's this about?
Do you find it weird that they haven't yet?
This brother was born in July 2000.
Yeah.
My brother is 24.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, Mark, I tried, Mark.
Right, but he's also got his faith there, so I wonder.
This
is an interesting debate because him by writing that, people will think, oh, are you saying you're against that? And he has to verbalise that because I was listening to TalkSport this week, and different Christians were coming on and talking about their acceptance of people of all walks of life, and they're saying that by not being in support of something, you're against it. So writing it on top of it or next to it, we don't know what the guy meant by it. If he comes out and says, "I don't approve of it," that's clear.
Yeah, but he also knows what he's doing.
He knows he's protesting something. He's doing something with his actions.
I came to a slightly different view.
Go on.
I don't know that he is protesting. I believe he could be protesting, but it might not be a protest. It could be, like you say, him not feeling comfortable being in the public eye, supporting something that he genuinely does not support or believe in.
Touché.
Also, what I was thinking, I don't know how this popped up in my head, but I was thinking, if he has children, I didn't know he was 24, I thought he was older. If he has children now or in the future, his children may one day ask him about it, or his family may ask him about it. What does that mean? Why were you publicly supporting that if behind closed doors you don't actually support it? I felt like maybe it could be just about being authentic rather than just supporting a cause that you're told to support, or being seen to support a cause that you're told to support. If he genuinely does not support LGBTQ,
They need to cut some letters off, man.
it might
Isn't
not...
it now QIA as well? It's actually QIA. There's a bare letters
There's
on
a lot,
it, man.
yeah.
Cut some of them off, cuz.
Yeah.
I might just say LGBT because it's not something I've said many times before, and I'm struggling to actually remember the ordering of the word of the letters.
LGBTQIA+.
Yeah, the confusion's gonna get.
Yeah.
So you're kind of saying there's other motivations for why you might do something like that.
But I don't necessarily like the word support, because like you were saying, by not supporting something, it sounds like you are against it. But not supporting something and being against something are two different things. I feel like somebody could support something. Marc Guehi could be completely accepting of anybody in that community, the LGBTQ community, right? He could be completely accepting.
You smashed it, Max.
Yeah, I'm marking it now. He could be completely accepting and be fully comfortable with them being, part of that community and doing whatever it is that they want to do socially, right?
Yeah.
But he himself, if he doesn't believe that, if he doesn't believe that it aligns with his religious values or just values in general, he may say, look, that's okay for you, but it's not okay for me.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's a little bit different in my mind to protesting. Maybe it's not.
It's strange.
Maybe it's the same as a protest.
You're right, but when you represent an organisation that is supporting a cause, you have to then support that cause or don't work for the organisation. That's kind of how that works, though. Do you know what I mean? If Crystal Palace, the FA say we are supporting this, and you're choosing to turn up every week to training, taking a pay, doing all the stuff you have to do with the media, you have to.
It perhaps should have been communicated or spoken about before, and I would be surprised if it wasn't.
They would have known it was coming. They don't just spring things on you like that. Do you know what I mean? You would know.
No, but
you'd know.
You
know. Oh, by the way, Mark, obviously you're captain. Just this month we're wearing the Black Lives Matter armband. This month we're wearing the Rainbow armband.
But surely, if you don't believe,
James McLean, is that his name?
Oh yeah,
the Irish brother. The Irish brother. I don't know the history.
I don't know.
Obviously, there's history between Irish and English, right?
Yeah.
In terms of wars, and every year he refuses to wear poppy. When he was in Prem, and he still does now, but obviously it's not as big now. He just refuses to wear it. And when I tell you that this brother got destroyed online, bro, straight up people. Every time he touched the ball, the whole stadium would boo him when he's playing. Yeah, because obviously he's Irish. He's not on. He's playing in England, but he's not on the English side of history in that sense. He's on the Irish side of history. Right?
Exactly.
So everybody's going, support the troops, blah, blah, the remembrance poppy, and he's kind of like, well, my ancestors, potentially victims of your ancestors, I'm not wearing it. And he got destroyed. Now, think about 2024. Marc Guehi comes out, everyone's got rainbow armbands on, and his is a regular armband? Woo! Because everything you said is absolutely correct. He could just be like, I'm not against them, but I'm not supporting them. But by not wearing the armband and wearing a regular armband where everyone else is, all it takes is 2 people to clock it. Same thing, picture blown up. Why is Mark wearing a rainbow, blah, 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 blah.
But how is this how is this becoming a thing when it's actually happened? How has it not been a conversation between Palace and the player?
Yeah.
Because he would have been told this is an armband.
Well, it's
Surely he would have
literally
said.
like a marksman. So he could have literally, before they went out onto the pitch, like seen the manager's whiteboard and gone, oh.
And who's investigating him, by the way? Is it the Premier
FA, I
League, FA, or his club?
I think it's the FA.
So if it's the FA,
I saw on Sky News, I'm sure it's the
then
FA.
his club might actually support his decision, and the Premier League might actually support his decision, but the FA could be the one saying, but our rules go ahead of all of you lot, potentially. So at this point, we don't actually know whether he's done anything wrong per se. He's just done an act in front of everyone. We're all going,
He's done this. He's done this.
What's going to happen?
He's done this. He's created a discussion everywhere about it.
Right.
He's created a discussion